Hey cats, it's your midsole man EDDBUD here. Time to dive into the bargain bins to find the best running shoe bargains for you for May 2024. Today we got some absolute gems at some staggering prices. Let's get in there. Thanks for joining me on the channel and helping me get over 50,000 subscribers. We're still pushing for more though. Hit that subscribe button, it's free of charge, don't you know? Give this video a thumbs up, like, and drop us a comment as well below for the algorithm. Danke schön. Kicking off today, we have Start Fitness with a 20% off deal. They've got the Adizero Prime X2 Strung in a couple of different colorways. There's this lime-like version, around about 199 quid or Earth credits, down from 250. It's still a bit of a monstrous price, but there's loads of people who keep telling me how much they love the Prime X2 Strung. Steady roller, and at this price, it's slightly easier to stomach. I found the shoe durable enough, very cushioned, that I would recommend going down a half size, as that Strung upper is very baggy. It's quite a generous fit. Loads of sizes in these at Start Fitness right now, and you even get a free pair of socks. What's not to like about that? Okay, up next is a real banger of a deal. It's probably the best one in today's video. 85 quid or Earth credits if you're that way inclined for the Adidas Adios Sen 8. A superb midsole cushion from the well-crafted Sen design. It's a little bit lower stack, but a brilliant race shoe for the lighter amongst you. You'll get mega miles from the malleable midsole base, and Start Fitness bringing the bread-saving vibes here with a 50% off deal. And I do believe you get the free socks as well. Can you resist? I mean, I've still got a pair of these hanging around somewhere, but even I'm tempted. I think if you want a super race shoe without the super shoe price, then the Sen 8 over at Start Fitness is the way to go. Another banger from Start Fitness now, 119 quid for this mainly black with a hint of rainbow Puma Fast R Nitro Elite. You got almost all sizes available in this one at the moment, and there's quite a few different colorways too. This version though is the cheapest of the bunch. Makes for an aggressive race shoe that could be a good option if you love that Nike Tempo Next Percent, but you can't find any more pairs of that. It does seem like Nike have retired it. There's a carbon plate here and a dual midsole section. You've got soft buttery Nitro Elite in the forefoot, and then a more solid and kind of stable Pro Foam section in the heel. That gives you the stability and the response back there on the foot landing, and then you've got a very forgiving cushion up front. Superb outsole durability on all Puma shoes, and it's a very good price for this level of super shoe for what you're getting. Overlooked model from Puma yet again. So many of these are. Maybe they're a bit more popular, I suppose, over in Europe. Over in the UK, people just, they're missing out. That's all I'm going to say. One perhaps for the more adventurous of you to try out. It really doesn't feel all that different from some of the other super shoes in terms of the setup. Don't be put off by the split midsole. Here's one you might want to pick up to utilize later in the year, or perhaps if you're living in a very wet or moist climate. 50% off the Puma ForeverRun Nitro WTR. This is their winterized version of the shoe. Again, it's one of those combo midsoles. You got two versions of Puma's Nitro foam here, a containing frame, which is a little bit firmer, and then the softer stuff inside. Perhaps if you're running in some very variable weather conditions, this one could be right up your street with its water repellent upper. I mean, even in the southwest of the UK right now, from day to day, we get all sorts of different weather. Could be blowing a gale 1 minute, rain, then you might have blistering sunshine, and maybe some hail. You just never know what you're going to get, so having a shoe in your arsenal which can perhaps protect the foot from some of those elements is a really good idea. The ForeverRun is a lovely consistent midsole base, features that Nitro foam in full effect across the footbed. At 75 Earth credits, I think this is a really good deal. There's loads of full-size runs in 3 different colorways as well over at Start Fitness. Perhaps you can keep it in stock ready for the nasty winter months we'll get come August or even September. There's a military vibe about these Pumas, especially this olive drab option, or perhaps you can go full-on Metal Gear Solid with the snake-like vibe of this black version too. A huge saving on another overlooked Puma shoe. Next up, the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro. There's still some pairs of these hanging around in various sizes. Start Fitness have the Bolts 2 Ombre Blue and Jet Blue version at 150 Earth credits right now. A carbon plate and a very responsive midsole on this one. Of course, you have that huge heel bevel, and it's quite the ride, and one that I found to be fun and fast, with a good range of paces accommodated within the simple yet very functional upper. They certainly stand out, and I think it's a really great shoe if you're going to go be doing some long runs, perhaps in your marathon training. Maybe you just want to stand out from the crowd a little bit. The outsole insanely grippy for road runs, and the upper breathable enough for typical weather conditions here in Europe and the West. Nice low weight and a lower drop if that's your thing. I think these really suit that heel to toe transition type runner. It certainly feels very smooth from that built-in tech. I think in the silver and Salil colorway there's even some at 129 quid, which is an even better saving. I think it's the heel bevel that just puts people off, but actually it really doesn't feel that different. Over at Reebok's main website now, you can pick up a great deal on their Floatride Energy 5 Adventure. This one's discounted to 59 quid at the moment. Great shoe for this price, tons of traction and a little more protection around the front of the foot. Now the Adventure series from Reebok isn't one that I would call an out and out trail shoe. It's kind of somewhere in the middle really. Just provides a little bit more structure when you compare it up against their standard road running lineup. The mesh, the lacing and the tongue are a little beefier in the Adventure version, but that midsole remains the same. Loads of lugs here as well on the outsole, so there's a touch more versatility if you're going to be going from road to trail. Nice soft foam in the midsole from the Floatride stuff. Lots of value to be had here. This one's over at Reebok's main website now. Lots of different colorways that you can pick up around about this price. Heading across to the Asics outlet now here in the UK. They got a great deal on one of their more maximally cushioned models, the Nimbus 25. This is last year's iteration of the shoe, but the midsole's very similar on the 25 and 26. You get a really nice resilient cushion there from the Flight Foam Blast Plus midsole with a strategically placed pure gel section in the heel. They got these at just under 100 quid, £97.50 to be exact. In this Island Blue and Sun Peach version, you get a ton of plush foam with a very accommodating upper. I found this a great easy day shoe, or perhaps one for the longer runs where you really want that impact protection. And there's masses of the brand's high abrasion rubber here on the outsole, so you're in for some top traction and some great durability. Last one up for today is a shoe for the ladies. This one's a great deal, or perhaps the men who've got smaller, narrower feet. Start Fitness have got the Deviate Nitro 2 from Puma at around about 79 quid, almost 50% off the retail price in some of those initial launch colorways. You got a mix of Puma's top two foams here, Nitro and Nitro Elite, and a composite plate, so it's adding a touch of rigidity there. Not like a carbon plate where it's like almost impossible to flex it, so it's a little bit more versatile. You can use it for a range of different running efforts. There's a whole bunch of Puma grip on the outsole as well, so you know traction will be on point. I think it's a superb shoe for the price. It's certainly race worthy as well. You can get tons of use out of this one within the rotation just because it's such a versatile shoe. Lots of colorways, though the discounts are deepest on those initial models. Also this very sporadic sizing now. There's only a few of these left, so get in there quick, you know what to do. That's all the shoe deals for the time being for May 2024. Let me know your top discount finds down in the comments. Drop us a super thanks too if I've helped you out on one of these videos in the past to, you know, help support the channel on a more ad hoc basis. It's much appreciated. Quick musical interlude for you. One of my favourite ever artists, guitar players, gotta be Bo Diddley. One of the best performers as well. That guy had some moves. Bo Diddley's Beach Party is an album that not many people have heard, but when they do hear it, it instantly becomes one of their favourites. One of the tracks on Bo Diddley's Beach Party contains one of the greatest pieces of live rock and roll ever recorded. At round about 2 minutes 20 into Hey Bo Diddley is one of the greatest riffs ever. It's just pure energy. Considering the thing was recorded in 1964, I believe, this track just chugs forward like a steam train. It's absolutely amazing. The drums, the bass, everything kind of joining together in this mono analog sound. Bo Diddley's guitar, super distorted. Heaven knows what people thought of it at the time. What a sound. I wish I could have been there. If I could get hold of a DeLorean, that's where I would head back to first to experience this being recorded. One of my favourite things. Every time I hear that, raises my spirits. You could call me crazy, it's sort of loose, it's got a lot of groove to it, but this section of the song just is so brilliant. Bo Diddley's Beach Party, go and check it out, the track Hey Bo Diddley. Thanks for tuning in, people, it's always appreciated. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like. My name's Ed Bud, and I'll be seeing you